When the sun sets, it is time for the top stories from the day. Good evening and welcome to Sunset News, your reliable source in disseminating the latest news stories, community stories, economic news, weather, sports, and so much more. I am Glenora Shipura. Starting us off in the news tonight, President calls for policy action on unemployment at the Public-Private Forum. President Tuponaindi Ndaitwah has urged both government and the private sector to turn policy outcomes into real action to tackle unemployment. Speaking at the opening of the Namibia Public-Private Forum in Windhoek this morning, she said the forum running today and tomorrow aims to strengthen coordination between the two sectors. Nandi Ndaitwah noted that although the forum's rollout was delayed, it remains vital for ensuring that national development happens in an organized and inclusive way. Have a look.
My fellow Namibians, that our coming together will not be charged by our citizens as to how many meetings and documents that we are producing, but how they are touching their lives. That's the most important thing. Having said that, to ensure closer collaboration between the government and the private sector, back in 2021, the Namibian cabinet has decided on the establishment of the Namibia Public-Private Forum, which we are now launching today. You might say it has taken time, but remember, late is better than never. And we were really putting everything in place. And that's why last year, in 2024, the cabinet again deliberated on the matter and agreed on the structure of the forum.
Woman to receive $150,000 million settlement in a medical negligence case. The Health Ministry has agreed to pay $150,000 million settlement to a woman who had sued the government for $1.2 million over alleged medical negligence at Oshuarongo State Hospital. The case dates back to January 2023 when the woman was reportedly left in labor for 3 days before delivering a premature baby who later died. According to court documents, nurses allegedly failed to provide adequate medical care despite the woman's severe labor pains. A mediator's report confirms the settlement, which must be paid by the 30th of December this year, along with provisions for future medical and counseling support. The case has been postponed to the 26th of November for a status hearing. In our next story, former freedom fighters camp at SWAPO headquarters demanding benefits. A group of former freedom fighters and the children of the liberation struggle spent the night at the SWAPO party headquarters in Windhoek after their petition went unacknowledged. The group set up tents on the premises, vowing to stay put until their demands are met. Speaking to Network Media Hub, group leader Joseph David said they will not leave until they receive a response from SWAPO Secretary General Sophia Shaningwa, whom they accuse of ignoring their concerns over unpaid veteran benefits and failed resettlement programs. Have a look.
Repatriating man omo 1989 astoyamo shirongo muno eta mongane ko kongonga yo ihangano yo United Nations Higher Commission for Refugee yo ya inoshina kwani for etu poshimarwa shetu sho atukura shino shishapewa SWAPO ya anone onkuntu ya konjeri manguru kwa eshemba no tueteri mano oyazaki toporwa yiri yo shirongo shetu ashije merijina dilio mrongo nine uzako katima nomliro orundu oambo shineni toporwa mbia zanu noko maheke region ya nayo poerima akonjeri manguru potanigo matokoro kuchangere erero lyo SWAPO nenge mesha nimba ukatokora kuchaye itetu itaatendinga refugee ya Namibia moroshimari washe tushe United Nations sena sotoni ngoma tokoro kutita tuzipo pa turara mano pa potara ronguroshi pa pendukira ponena atutarane mo mtenya wone na ngere mesha ni ngote tu ote okutu attendinga ni ngiteto attendinga nongere ni neto attendinga se ma katune siku na tuzepo sigo sheshe to attendinga ashiko tu vite kucha kuchoku yende to attendinga kukeshenga kemu kurondite kakarate tupe ditaritsu kumwe na asha atupura peshara mani tatuzipo shashi shishe to eta peshara mano se to eke.
Moving on, the tourism sector records continued growth in 2025. Namibia's tourism industry is maintaining a strong recovery with accommodation figures for September and the third quarter of 2025 showing solid growth. The Hospitality Association of Namibia reports that room occupancy for the quarter reached nearly 66%, more than 2% higher than last year and above pre-pandemic 2019 levels. September performed even better with almost 70% occupancy. Central Europe remains Namibia's biggest tourism market, led by Germany, Austria, Switzerland, France and Italy, helped by improved air connections. However, the association warned the limited air access continues to restrict the sector's full growth potential. That concludes our top stories. After the break, we will be taking a look at what's happening in our entertainment news. Getting into our entertainment news, Miss Namibia inaugurates Hapo Wall at Augustinium, urges youth to dream big. Miss Namibia Johanna Swartbay today expressed her gratitude and encouraged young people to dream bigger and bolder at the inauguration of the Hapo Wall at Augustinium Secondary School in Windhoek. She said when she first came up with the idea, she had no funding or sponsors, but thanked the dedicated team that helped turn her vision into reality. Here she is.
And thankfully, my klima here, Ms. Victoria Peters, she said, it's fine, don't give up. Let's make a few calls. And she found Mr. Rian. I don't know how she did it, but we got in contact. And he jumped to this opportunity. I was very surprised. It took like 2-3 days. He was already here when the day we decided to meet, he was here with his measuring things and, you know, ready to take on the project. So I'm really grateful that you saw that vision of building dreams in Namibia, and you took on the opportunity to support me in the Nkabo initiative. And with that said, I'll just let you know that dreams are for free. They are for free. At least in your dreams, you must win, hey? At least in your dreams, you must be the superstar. You must be Miss Universe, you must be Miss World, you must be Miss Namibia, the doctor, at least in your dreams. Because I can tell you that I had this title in my head, in my dreams, and I was able to achieve it. And one thing that I really learned is that writing down is very powerful. And every single dream that I've written down, and it doesn't matter how, I have a scrapbook, I have like, I think 170 dreams that I've written down so far. Just when the idea pops up, whatever it is, whether it's like, oh, I want a stocky Laker tomorrow.
Still to come, we hear from a community struggling with basic services. That story next in Community Talk.
Life is unpredictable and one needs to be protected against any eventuality. Get Santam legal access from as little as $50 Namibian a month for when you find yourself in need of legal representation due to civil cases, criminal prosecution, and family matters such as divorce, child maintenance, and custody. It also covers labor disputes, disciplinary hearings, and unfair dismissal or retrenchment. With Santam Legal Access, you'll receive free legal advice on almost every legal aspect, whether the specific matter is covered by your policy or not. For true peace of mind and legal protection when you need it most, call us on 061-292-8000. Santam. This is freedom.
Residents decry 5-year wait for water installation. Arundu resident Lucas Mukosho has expressed frustration over the delayed installation of water at Tumweneni informal settlement, which has been without proper access since its establishment in 2019. He said his partner is often forced to leave home to search for water while he stays behind to care for their 3-month-old baby, who has now been exposed to dirty clothes due to the lack of clean water.
Is not around. She went and fetch water at Suguruguru there. Then I have no choice. I have to do babysitting. Now that is why here in Tumweneni, I don't know whether Tumweneni it is part of Rundu or not. We are dying here. We are members of this Namibia, our lovely Namibia, but we are suffering with water. I don't know what is going on, and we are suffering. We need water. You see? Here, if I turn it like this, it's a problem. Now I have to. Now like this, it is unhealthy to a baby. I don't know whether we are part of this Namibia or we are part of this Rundu or we are part of this location of Tumweneni, they are seeing us or not. But what we need water, urgent water. Just imagine, since we entered here, we are just vagabonding, looking for water. We are just vagabonding, going somewhere to look for water, from here to Kaisosi, from here to Ndama, from here to Kehemu. Some of us, we are drinking water from the river. Unpurified water, it is unhealthy. We have to look at us, the water, please. For the election, but we need water like urgent by next week or next week. Yes. That is the only thing that we need. Yes. We are not negotiating. Maybe if they will come, we will not fight. We are not here for fight. What we need is only water. Before the election, we have to get water. If no water, we will not vote. That is all.
Coming up next, a major development in economic policy as leaders gather to boost job creation and competitiveness. The details follow in Economic News. Namibia convenes a public-private forum to drive job creation and competitiveness. The Director General of the National Planning Commission, Ambassador Kaire Mbwende, has outlined the main goals and expected outcomes of the Namibia Public-Private Forum currently underway in Windhoek. The high-level meeting brings together government officials and business leaders to find practical ways to boost job creation and strengthen Namibia's economic competitiveness. Mbwende stressed the importance of collaboration between the public and private sectors to tackle unemployment and improve the business environment. He said the forum is focused on identifying concrete policy reforms and solutions that can unlock investment, drive growth, and create sustainable jobs for Namibians. Have a look.
This includes agriculture, culture and creative industry, energy, fisheries, health, housing, mining, and tourism. These are the very sectors that drive investment, growth, and employment. This is complemented by engagement on cross-cutting aspects of financing, digital infrastructure, logistics, skills, entrepreneurship, and value addition. Under the leadership of Her Excellency the President, Namibia's aid administration has set a bold national target of creating 500,000 jobs during the 2025 to 2030 period. Achieving this goal requires aligning public policy with private investment and ensuring that every reform translates into real economic opportunities for our citizens.
Next up, the financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.27, against the euro at 20.23, against the US dollar at 17.43, 2 Namibian dollars and 45 cents gets you 1 Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, all major commodities went up, with Brent crude oil trading at 1.38%, going for $65 US and 22 cents per barrel. Getting into our international news, France backs away from Channel migrant interception promise. France appears to be pulling back from its recent pledge to take tougher action at sea to stop small boats from crossing the English Channel. Multiple sources told the BBC that political turmoil in France has stalled plans for a new maritime doctrine, which would have seen patrol boats intercepting and towing back migrant vessels. The policy was pushed by former Interior Minister Bruno Retailleau and announced after a summit between President Emmanuel Macron and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer in July. But since Retailleau's removal in a government's reshuffle, the initiative has lost momentum. A police union representative confirmed the plans are now on hold, citing safety, risk, lack of equipment, and insufficient training. In the meantime, overcrowded inflatable boats continue to leave French shores almost daily. That concludes our international news. Let's take a look at the weather predictions for tomorrow. The capital city can expect a minimum of 18 degrees Celsius with some showers, while Katamamulilo can expect a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius with a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius with sunny weather conditions, while Rundu can expect some showers with a minimum of 21 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 34 degrees Celsius. Aranos Keetmanshoop can expect some showers along with Rehoboth and Mariental. Mariental expecting a minimum of 21 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 33 degrees Celsius. Hendy's Bay can enjoy some sunny weather with a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius. We now take a look at the sports news courtesy of Sportsrep.
Good evening and welcome to the Sunset News sports section courtesy of the Sport Rep Show. I'm Jesse Jackson Kauraitha. We start off with the Brave Gladiators that lost 3-2 to Zambia in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers for the women. Of course, Zambia, a very strong team in Southern Africa, proving to be difficult for the Brave Gladiators, although the coach was proud of how they fared. Now we have a Lucky Kakuva who was speaking at a press conference after the match. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen of the media. Here I'm joined by Coach Lucky Kakuva of Namibia. Coach, tough match. Please give us a reflection of how you saw the 90 minutes.
Yeah, tough match. You know, from a coaching perspective, I'm not happy with the outcome of the match as the host team. We lost 4-2. But then, coming back to the match, I think I should say that I'm proud of my girls. Congratulations to Zambia for winning the match. But then, initially our tactical decision was, to play on transition, lay a bit deeper. But then, for one or the other reason, there was a lot of disorganization. Obviously, from the perspective of our players, the fitness levels are not yet there. So yeah, it was quite difficult. The opponent really made the field big for us in the first 45 minutes. We had some challenges in the defense, especially on the left-hand side of the defense. But then after a replacement, we stabilized, and then towards the last 10 minutes of the game, you could see that we have reached a level of stability. The first half ended 2-0. But at the same time, I've also realized that Zambia is actually not as good as I thought. Because from that perspective, I've decided no, let's play a bit higher. Let's introduce a high block with the ultimate tactical strategy of high pressing. And it started to bear fruit, it started to bear result. So hence, as a result, we scored two goals. I think during that stage, Zambia scored a third goal. We had a clear opportunity to score a third goal. It did not happen. But then one of the challenges that I've identified during the course of the match is the levels of the players. So 1v1s, we could not contain the opponent. So they scored the third goal, and then I think we're struggling to our aim was to maybe equalize, maybe to try to get the winner. But then it did not happen. It was a sucker punch. The opponent scored the fourth goal. And yeah, I think there are a lot of positives. I'm proud of my girls. We have commenced with our training preparations on the 27th of September. The time was not enough. But I've also picked up that going forward, there are good opportunities for us playing away in Zambia.
Thank you very much, Coach Kakuva. I'll let the ladies and gentlemen of the media have questions. For the rest of fans, and identify yourself as well as the media which you're representing.
And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Don't forget to catch Sunset News next week on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every Monday to Thursday from 7:30 p.m. From me, Glenna Rashipura. Until next time.